your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con, in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. We as them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. In your house is a perfect distraction. Papa see your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Swallow.
What's up, guys? What's crack? Hollywood House. In your house. We here. We ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are with the shits. Because I'm with the shit. And I'm ready to talk a little wrestling. That is right. We are back. And anytime we slide on through, you already know we're going to give you that work when it comes to the professional wrestling business. And guys, it is Tuesday. And you know what that means. That's right. This is Hollywood's Solo Shot. Or is it? I know you guys saw the caption. I know you guys are seeing what's going on. Yeah, we had a little last minute situation to situate the situation. That's right. I do have a guest that's going to be coming on a little bit later on in this show. And of course, that is the right hand of God, Sam Knight. And how that went to be is we were just talking on the phone. We were just chilling. I was getting ready and I was prepping for the show here at the new house. And we were talking and catching up because my man's actually helped me move. Like, he came through, helped your boy move, and it was great. It was a good day. We got things situated. He came down, brought Akbar Period and Damon Jackson. They came through, helped move. We had some pizza, and it was a good time. Like, moving sucks, but we made it fun. So I was glad we was able to do that. But we decided instead of us just having a good conversation on the phone, why don't you just come through on the podcast, get ready, slide through, get things done that you got to get done. And he's going to be coming on a little bit later on in the show. But of course, since this is partly Hollywood's Solo Shot, I got to talk a little bit of Monday Night Raw. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and start with, because we had Monday Night Raw, and we're still very much on the road to WrestleMania. And if you guys want to join us, of course, we are here on Facebook Live. I'm also on X, IG, all that fun stuff. We there. We're on all those outlets. Like, it's so much easier to be able to do stuff when you got a great team behind you. And I got a great team behind me that's helping me set things up. So now we're on Twitch, we're on IG, we're on X, we're everywhere doing that stuff. So if you guys want to talk, chat it up, come on through. But if not, the podcast version will be sliding through. And that podcast version usually comes a little bit after we do it live. So once again, we'll be having a guest, but I want to talk a little bit about what I have been doing besides moving. You guys already know that. For me, I got a chance to go back to Emerge Wrestling this past weekend, and it was another great show. Emerge 76 in like a lion, and my God, what a great show. I have the best seat in the house being on commentary with A.W. Lurch and John Gates. It's great working with both those men and seeing some of the best young athletes emerge. See what I did there? See some of the best young athletes emerge. These are wrestlers that you're going to see in AEW. These are wrestlers that you've seen work WWE. These are wrestlers that you've seen work NWA, TNA, so many different places. So yes, Emerge is most definitely a premier place to be at and a premier place to catch talent if you are a fan. And of course, atop that pyramid there, atop that hierarchy, is the leader of the tribe, still the leader of the tribe, that is the world's most dangerous champion, Paragon, as he faced off against Myron Reed, the young GOAT. And man, I got to tell you, these guys put on, as the kids say, a banger. It was a great match to watch between two hungry young talents. Myron Reed has been here, there, and everywhere. Paragon, recently become an international talent, and he's been here, there, and everywhere. And to see these two bulls go up against each other and have a great match, it was great. I got a chance to see Matt Diesel again. It's been a while since I ran into Matt Diesel. I usually run into him at a few different shows but I got a chance to see him, and damn, man, that young man looking good. He's looking great, like strong, body looking better than ever. He seems like he's more focused than ever, and he had a great match against Lord Crew for the Emerge Outbreak Championship. And man, what a great match! Those two co-main events, the Outbreak Championship match and the Emerge Championship match. My God, so good. I mean, seriously, but seriously, that's what you're going to see when you go to Emerge, that type of great talent, so much great talent that comes through there. And another thing is, like, there's storytelling there too. Like, so you're not just seeing great athletes, great athleticism. You're not just, I mean, you're seeing all that, but you're also seeing stories that string together, things that make sense, rivalries, things of that nature. It's really just a great vibe. If you're ever in Columbus, you need to go catch a show. You need to go catch a Merge show if you're ever there in Columbus, Indiana, because they really do put on great shows. Once again, you have guys like Lord Crew, who actually is going over to Japan. Yes, he's going over to Japan and taking the Emerge Outbreak Championship over to Japan. Are you kidding me, bro? He's in this tournament at All Japan Wrestling. And congrats to him, by the way. Big time congratulations to my dog, Lord Crew. I've seen him in a couple different locker rooms through the last couple years. Heroes and Legends, of course, Emerge, and I always end up running into him one way or another. So it's been great to see his rise. And I'm happy for him. I'm excited for him. I know he's going to go out there and show him who he is. And, I ain't really nobody to him, but anytime I see him, it's nothing but love, nothing but respect. He shows nothing but love, nothing but respect to me in the role that I play. So, like, go out there and do your thing, bro. I hope you take the whole thing, but just you being there is, of course, the victory. Big shout out to my dog, Lord Crew. Much love and respect. Go out there and do the damn thing, bro. Real talk. But I got so much love for Emerge, bro. Like, what they're doing, and it's personal love. Like, I love what they're doing. Like, they treat me well, but I'm coming to you like, I got to give it to you real. I got to give it to you gutter. Like, this really is a fantastic show that you're going to catch each and every month. They don't miss. And you see great talents like Dancing Deontay Davis or Jordan Cage or Chris Owens. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see, we just got a chance to see the debut of the lovely Miss Larkin as she went up against Marty Bell, the Emerge Women's Champion. And honestly, for my personal opinion, I truly think that Larkin made a huge impression. I was out there on commentary barking for Lark. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, I think she made a good impression. She's a young up-and-comer who is really doing great work on the indie scene, and she's popping up in so many different places that for her, I truly do think it's a matter of time, because she's putting out some great, great work. And this is a young woman who's a physically attractive woman, and like I said, physically attractive woman. But she's not just relying on that to carry her career. She's actually, like, got this really dope character, and, like, I vibe what she's doing. Like, got a whole lot of energy, randomness, craziness. And that's the thing. It's like she's just this crazy, messed up individual, but, like, she makes it work. I think we called it controlled chaos. That's exactly what it is with the lovely Miss Larkin. It's controlled chaos. And I really think that if you see the lovely Miss Larkin in your local area, if you're a wrestling fan, if you're an indie wrestling fan and you see her is going to be in your local promotion, go check her out, because I think you're going to really enjoy what you're seeing from that young lady. She's putting in a lot of great work. But Marty Bell came out on top. Marty Bell, somebody who's been seen on TNA, somebody who's been prominent on NWA as a women's tag team champion, part of the Hex. She is really doing great work with the merge. Her, Lord Crew, Paragon, this core right here, it's just a really solid core, and it's exactly what you're going to get when you see a merge wrestling. So I'm blessed to be doing so much work for them. And with this move, I'm going to be doing more work for them. And I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the future. And Emerge is coming back at you again. They're going to be coming back at you again. And that is going to be on the 13th of April. And that's for April Rain. Emerge 77 April Rain. So go ahead and check that out. It's going to be a vibe. Of course, Hollywood's going to be there on commentary with my boy John Gates with A.W. Lurch. You already know the vibes. Us three together. Listen, that's a cold commentary team. I'm just, I'm not one to, honk my own horn there, but beep because me, A.W. Lurch, and John Gates, we be up in the booth cooking, bro. Like we really do the damn thing on commentary. I'm really proud of what we do on commentary. And we embrace the role so well. And that's what I love about being part of this team with those two men, is that they are also two commentators that embrace that role fully. And we're trying to make the show better and enhance the show. Shout out to John Gates and A.W. Lurch, my commentary team, my hitters over there at Emerge Wrestling. I love it, man. I love it. It's great stuff. Great stuff. But man, it's crazy because there's so much things going on Monday Night Raw, and I want to talk about that. I most definitely want to talk about that, but I don't want to talk about it by myself. That's the thing. I gotta bounce some things off of somebody. Of course, I do my solo shot, and I enjoy doing my solo shot. It's great. But like I said earlier, I got a guest. That's coming on, and it's going to be a vibe, bro. Anytime me and my man get together, I know I already told you who it was. It's my man, Sam Knight, the right hand of God. He's coming through, and we're about to talk some wrestling, some Monday Night Raw, some WrestleMania. We're going to be talking some young talent. We're going to be talking his upcoming retirement coming next year, and he's getting ready for me right now, getting all set up, and he's going to be coming. We're getting it set up. He'll be here in 1 second. I got him in the studio. He's getting ready, getting his headset on. But yeah, Monday Night Raw though, I thought was very, very good. I enjoyed it. I'll say I enjoyed last week's episode a little bit more, but I thought this week's episode was good too. And they need to be good, right? Because we are at a point where we're about a month out from WrestleMania. Actually, I think we're a little bit less than a month out from WrestleMania. So everything's got to be clicking on all cylinders. Everything's got to be hitting. And that's the vibe, man. So without further ado, I'm going to bring my man on here, get him ready. I think he's ready to go here. And guys, welcome in on to the show. Oh, I'll give him a second. He's still getting ready. But he will be here in a second. But once again, Monday Night Raw, to me, I think it started out good. And I think that one thing that I really want to break down is the attention that they gave this gauntlet match that they were promoting for the Intercontinental Championship. I really liked it. As a fan of the Intercontinental Champion, I enjoyed the highlights of former Intercontinental Champions from the past, and everybody getting a chance to stake their claim that's in the match, to give their thoughts, to give last minute pre-match thoughts before they went into the gauntlet match. So I really enjoyed that. I was even talking to my son about it. We checked it out a little bit before he had to go to bed because he's in school. I was like, man, you probably don't remember, but I actually watched the Intercontinental Championship DVD back when you were a baby, and you watched it with me. And now here he is. He's 14 now, and he's a huge fan of the Intercontinental Champion. He loves the current design. I don't love the current design as much as he does. I don't hate it, but I just like other iterations of the title more. But hey man, whatever gets him, like, because that's the workhorse title, bro. Like that's always what it's been for me, and that's always how I've equated it. And having on somebody like Gunther, who now we're living in a time where he is now the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. Like we are literally watching Intercontinental title history right in front of us. So I think that that's dope. I think that that's a vibe. And yeah, man, I enjoyed the attention that was given to the match, that was given to this match in this main event, and everything that came of it. And we're gonna talk a little bit about it here. And here's my man here. What is up, brother man? Sam Knight.
What's happening? What's happening?
Hey,
What's
what is
happening?
up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. I had some technical difficulties trying to get my headphones to work, and I'm trying to get dressed so I can run out and do the work thing and
I
briefly. But
understand you, bro.
we out here.
Hell yeah,
Make
man.
sure my face,
Hell yeah, man.
make sure now to make sure my breath smell good, even though I'm miles away from you. Fresh mouth.
Hey,
So
I understand it, bro. I understand it, bro. I appreciate you making the time. We was on the phone before we went on the air, and like we were just having a good conversation, a good wrestling conversation and life. We were just kind of catching up and stuff. I was telling the household how I had emerged this past weekend, and they know normally after I do a show, normally me and you converse, we talk back and forth and kind of touch base and stuff about how things were. And we were just talking, bro, and we are like, why don't we just, I'm recording anyways, and you're not doing anything until later. So I was like, why don't we just make an episode? So like, boom, here we are, bro.
right. It was random too. Like it wasn't something that we planned. It was just like we were just doing what we do, and we're just catching up with each other and talking about our opinions from the state of professional wrestling. And
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy because when you vibe with people, um, conversations like that just happen naturally. Nothing feels forced.
yeah,
So it was good to be able to chat with you and chat with you on some stuff that we both share strong opinions about. Um,
yeah.
professional wrestling has always been important to me. I heard you mention my retirement, and I'll dive into that in a bit because I want to give everybody the lowdown behind that because this isn't like the no disrespect, but this ain't like the Ric Flair. This ain't like
Yeah.
the WWE guys that are like, I'm retiring, but I'm gonna come back for one more match. No, no, this is me. This is me saying that real life has really came and kind of presented me with some opportunities that um, I really need, some opportunities that are going to help progress my personal life. And I feel like I cannot give that 100% of my attention if I'm competing weekly or bi-weekly or whatever in a wrestling ring. Does that mean that I will never wrestle again? No. It just means that I am going to say goodbye and um, with no intentions of stepping back in the ring. Does that make sense?
It
Like
does.
I'm
It
at the point
absolutely
where I'm
makes
like,
sense.
I'm 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 at the point where it's like I don't have any intentions of stepping back in the ring. So let's make the best of it, and that's that. But no, thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of uh, this day, this conversation about professional wrestling. Uh, I'm excited. So
Yes, sir.
let's talk all things wrestling. Let's talk all things wrestling.
Yes, sir. And that's exactly what we are going to do. We got hype in the comments right here. He's saying, what up, Batman? He was just saying, what's up to you, bro? So we wanted to show some love as well. And we have Austin from Merge on X. Appreciate you, bro. We love you
Oh,
too. Hype saying, I love Sam. So everybody's showing love. We got a good interaction here in the group. So it's going to be a really good interactive conversation. Really, really glad to have gotten your time, bro. Because I was just telling the household a
yeah.
little bit earlier before you came on here, and I was just how you came and helped me move and everything, and how we just got to like how it didn't feel like it was work. we talked about how it didn't feel like it was work. It was just like we was kicking it, we was hanging out, having a great time. And so like I know with everything you were just talking about it, dog, like everything that you have going on in your personal life and everything. And now for me to be able to get a little bit of your time now is great. So we're going to talk a little bit of wrestling and show some love to you as you're going to be talking about everything that you got going on. And it looks like we lost him for a second, and I'm sure he'll be right back. It's just he's on the move, so he's going to be in and out. I just want to let you guys know that, but he's back in now. There he is. So it's going to be great to talk a little wrestling, bro. And it's going to be a good conversation because I want to talk Monday Night Raw. I want to talk WrestleMania. I want to talk everything you got going on and everything I got going on. And with this group that we have here, because we already have a lot of listeners here that are tuning in, I think we can have a great conversation. So I want to start it off and talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw. And I was talking about that. I was talking about the lead up to the Gauntlet match that involved Sami Zayn, Big Bronson Reed, and many others that were involved in that match. Chad Gable, Ricochet, just like I said, a great eclectic group of talent that was part of that match and involved in that match. And the lead up that they had to this match, as far as it being the main event and putting the focus on the Intercontinental Championship. And I really appreciated the fact that they put that focus on there. I thought it was a good night that we got a chance to see Cody, and he had a good moment in the ring with Michael Cole, where they were pretty much kind of hearkening back to October when they had an in-ring segment before. And I thought it was a good little callback when they brought it back from October. And basically, Cody is saying that this is his shot to do what he needs to do for his family. He cannot put the title in his father's hands, but he can put it in his mother's hands. We saw him get emotional. Of course, when I'm looking at it and I'm looking to see, because as a podcaster, that's what I got to do is kind of look around and engage people's thoughts on what is going on in the wrestling world. There's a lot of people that, they really harken back to the Cody crybaby thing, because Cody got a little emotional talking about his dad. And I really feel like people kind of jump on that a lot because there's been other moments where he got emotional. So they call him a crybaby and this and that, things of that nature. And I don't know. I don't think Cody is a crybaby. I think he's an emotional guy who feels those emotions even in the moment. So I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, Sam, but what do you think about Cody's promo skills and everything that he's doing as far as leading up to WrestleMania?
Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm driving, so forgive me for that. There might be a couple more if that happens. Forgive me. We'll just keep on rolling. I am a huge Cody Rhodes fan. Cody as a person is a freaking awesome individual. I've had the opportunity to meet Cody Rhodes, and who you see on television is who he is. Okay. But as far as his promo skills, man, that is the type of promo that sells a WrestleMania. Yeah. That is the type of promo that sells a WrestleMania main event. Because if you didn't believe that Cody Rhodes is a contender for the World's Heavyweight Championship, for the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship of the world, Craig, of the world, if you didn't believe that Cody Rhodes is that dude that can carry the mantle as the face of that company, you've been living under a rock. Listen to Cody. Watch his eyes. Look at the way he looks at the hard cam. Look at the way he was looking at Michael Cole. I didn't watch Raw, so I went back and watched the video. It was like 3 o'clock this morning. I watched the video on YouTube, and it moved me. But let's go backwards. I remember when Cody was in AEW. There was a show I'd gone to. It was an AEW Dynamite show that I went to in Champaign, Illinois. And I remember Cody Rhodes came out and cut a promo. I forgot who he was feuding with. And I remember as plain as day, bro. I was like, oh my God, dude is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was awesome to listen to him talk and listen to how passionate he was about the business that he loves so much. And so um I don't know, man. I mean, like, Cody is money, how they say always bet on black. Like, I bet on Cody Rhodes. He's that guy. Hold on one second.
And I agree with you, man. I definitely agree with you as far as Cody and his ability. I really feel like there's a certain group out there. There's a certain group out there um in the wrestling realm that are just like they see something working, and you see this a lot in wrestling, like when somebody gets to where they're supposed to be at, like you've rallied so much behind this guy, like and then finally when he hits the pinnacle, what is it, about a month, maybe 2 months before they're tired of him? What can you speak to that, man,
Yeah, yeah.
as far as people that are probably on board with you on this Cody train, that are with you, but then like a month or so after, they're gonna be like, well, he's not the shiny new toy anymore, and they're gonna reject him and go to somebody else. What can you speak towards that?
Wrestling fans are fickle and spoiled. I said what I said. Because 1 minute they'll love you and 1 minute they'll hate you. But that's in anything. Remember when Taylor Swift first came out?
Yep.
I'll use Tay Tay. I'll use Tay Tay. We are never, ever, ever getting back together. That was the song. Everybody was bopping. I stayed up too late. Everybody was bopping. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we hate Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, yada, yada, yada. I use Taylor Swift because I like Taylor Swift. I listen to Taylor Swift music when I work out. But all these people are opinionated because they're spoiled.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the business keeps booming and you keep watching. So Cody's going to win the big one, right? He's going to win the big one. Boom! Big Papa says he said it best, and it gave me freaking goosebumps. You will say a Rose World Heavyweight Champion, and you will say Cody Rhodes has finished the story. And people are going to rally behind that in Philly. They're going to lose their minds, right? And then you're going to have that group of people that's going to be like, well, what's next?
Yep.
Appreciate the story. You were mad when Rock got thrown into it. You were mad when The Rock was the main event for a couple days.
Yeah.
Appreciate the story. They're taking you on an emotional ride that shows you the self-implosion of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Follow it.
Just follow it, man. And I agree with that. So let's talk. Let's shift gears here a little bit. We're still going to talk about Monday Night Raw, but I do want to get your thoughts on everything going on with The Rock. Now, my opinion is, my opinion on this is probably a little controversial, but I have to keep it real. And like one thing I can say about me and you is that we grew up Rock fans. You know what I'm saying? Like huge Rock fans. I wanted to be that man. I'm one of those. So when I say this from a place of love. Like, I just feel like promo-wise, Rock ain't been cooking like that. Like, I feel like that. I'm just saying, like, when and like, he's out there for 40 minutes, bro. Like, and I love The Rock, but like SmackDown is a 2-hour show and you're taking up 40 minutes of it. And like, here's the thing, bro. Like, once again, love The Rock. Do not hate The Rock. I'm not one of the people that's like, oh, Rock, he's terrible, this and that. No, I'm just being constructive here. I just feel like he's saying the same things over and over again in promos. And I was always taught, and I was always, instilled in me, get to the point. You know what I'm saying?
So let's go back in history. Okay. The Rock was good But listen to The Rock's promos for back in the day, and then listen to The Rock now. It's the same stuff. No, like, and I am a huge Rock fan. In fact, when you hear me cut a promo, it's like that's Rock because he got that from The Rock. He talks like The Rock.
Yeah.
The cadence. It's the
Yeah,
cadence.
yep.
When I talk, it's
Yes.
like if blah 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 on this day, da 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 on that day, and Sam Knight's going to blah 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 blah. When you listen to me, it's like that's 90s Rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that was my influence. That's who I grew up watching. But
Yes.
on the same token, The Rock doesn't have to cut a good promo, and he'll still be over.
Right, right.
The Rock called Seth Rollins a walking emoji. He called him clown or whatever he was calling him. And he,
Yeah.
but listen to Rock, and it's still getting a response, regardless of how trash it may be. And it's trash to us as the smart. Woo, this is gonna suck. The smart marks,
Right.
because
right.
we understand the concept of a promo. We understand how a promo is supposed to be. Bing, bang, boom, less than 60 seconds.
Yeah.
But this was a segment, and it was promo for promo. You put a live mic in 4 men's hands and said, "Go."
Yeah.
And Rock is going to be The Rock. And The Rock is not touched on the mic, if you're being honest. Yeah, Seth and Seth and Cody were cooking. Like, Cody's good. I mean, good.
He's so good.
Seth is good. And there are some people that think differently. I'm a Seth Rollins guy. I like Seth Rollins. But sometimes when I hear Seth talk, I'm like, all right, let's get to it. But Seth's good. Roman is in his bag.
Oh, he's different right now, bro.
Roman ain't got to say much besides whatever town they're in and say, "Acknowledge me." And niggas is like, "Oh," But The Rock is The Rock. And because The Rock is The Rock, love him or hate him, he's The Rock.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, I'm a big Dwayne fan, huge Rock fan. But there are sometimes I've heard some of the promos recently, and I'm like, we could have done better than that. But you're The Rock, man. and you're still selling out buildings based on your appearance.
Yes, and that's at the end of the day, that's really what matters. What I like, my opinion of it really don't matter except for the people that come on here and listen to me. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, he's still selling out arenas. He's still making money. He's still doing his thing, and it is what it is. I just feel like man, like with Rock really getting in his bag and Rock really trying to try to do something a little different, because I know that with this incarnation of The Rock, he's trying to get a little bit away from his normal shtick, like his normal stick it sideways, stick it straight up your candy, your candy asses and your smell, because that's what he's been able to rely on these last couple appearances is his normal shtick. But now he's trying to and I see that. That's why I'm not hating. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, but I'm not hating. Because this is what I wanted from The Rock. I wanted The Rock to get inside his bag a little bit and try something different. I'm just saying it seems like he's kind of prattling on a little bit when he does these promos,
Yeah, but let Rock cook. Rock's got to cook, and that's what Rock's doing.
Yep,
The Rock is cooking right now, legitimately. The Rock is cooking, and be ready for The Rock to cook. They're not. They're like, man, what is going on, Rock? I mean, it's a slow burn. Because now we're going to start seeing what happens between The Rock and Roman Reigns. We're going to see what happens between The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. There's a lot there. Yeah. There's a lot to unpack. So, like Rock said it best. He's like, just follow the ride. Enjoy the ride. Strap up. We are, Cody said it last night, we're in the last inning of the bloodline. Well, if we're in the last inning, this is going to be the best. Because I don't care what you say. This bloodline storyline, as long as it's been heat. Everyone thought Jey Uso was going to beat Roman. Didn't happen. And everybody couldn't wait for The Rock to show up. But now that The Rock has showed up, everyone doesn't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
It's cooking. The Rock is cooking. No pun intended.
But I feel you, man. I really do. Because even with my feelings as far as man, I just like Rock is taking up so much of the show. I still understand that him being there is elevating Cody Rhodes. Him being there is elevating Seth Rollins. Him being there is getting everybody in the back paid more just for him being there. I understand that. I respect it.
That man's
get it.
appearance.
Totally get it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That man's appearance.
Totally
they need to be. People should be walking up to The Rock and going, "Thank you for the house. Thank you for the house." Because Rock,
it's been like 7 sellouts in a row for him.
That's my point. Thank you, Dwayne.
Sellouts in a row. Ain't that crazy?
You know what I mean? Crazy.
When was the last time WWE had 7
getting TV time?
Yeah.
That's my point.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. With the appearances of stars like The Rock, with the appearances of YouTube influencers like Logan Paul, with the appearances of people like Pat McAfee, and then I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna see Bad Bunny again. Do you where do you feel like we're at wise with WWE selling out shows, having all these mainstream influences come in and be a part of the product? Like, are we in a really good era of professional wrestling, or are we in a great era? What would you rank it, bro?
So
Oh, I'm losing you there, man. I'm losing you there. So if you're talking, I cannot hear you. But I think we're in a fantastic era, to be honest with you. Like, you can harken back to other eras, and I feel like the Attitude Era was probably, like, I know when I was a kid, everybody was messing with wrestling in the Attitude Era. I'm questioning, are we there yet? Are we back in the age where people is looking at wrestling and equating it to mainstream culture? That's the question I'm posing, not just to Sam, but also to you guys out there in the household. Are we in one of the best eras where mainstream and wrestling are starting to go hand in hand again? Or do we still feel like the wrestling is this niche thing? Because there's people that'll argue that it's still very much niche. It's still very much for just a certain group of people. But I might argue that we're starting to see more people kind of get into it again. Like, with these sellouts, all this stuff happening, all these alternatives, with AEW and Travis Scott. Travis Scott was just on Monday Night Raw. And talking to Jey Uso. It's very much something happening right now, Yes, I agree with you. I was reading this comment there. There's a cohesion that is happening, and I love it too. I really do. I think that there's really something big going on there. We got Sam here. What do you think, man, as far as as I was saying, with the additions of like Logan Paul, with the additions of Pat McAfee, The Rock coming back to the WWE, Bad Bunny when he shows up, where are we at in terms of professional wrestling having a cohesion with the mainstream? I know back in our day, everybody was messing with wrestling during the Attitude Era, but are we getting closer to that, or do you feel like wrestling is still this niche thing?
Wrestling is cool again. The Rock said it best on his Instagram. Wrestling has become cool again, and it's cool for different reasons, because it's not just the normal wrestling fan. You've got people who aren't even. I got people I know for sure don't watch. Oh man, I heard The Rock's back. What?
Yeah, same here.
That's cool. That's cool. So wrestling's cool again, and this is also here's some knowledge. This is the time for independent wrestlers to really, really, really be dialing in to get looked at, because wrestling is cool again.
which means more opportunities
You should,
for so
you,
many people.
you know that. Yeah, these. I don't care what you say about AEW. It's a land of opportunity. MLW,
Yep.
ROH under the AEW roof.
Yep.
WWE, AAA, CMLL, all the New Japan, all these places. This is the
Yep.
opportunity. This is the opportunity that these guys need. So now
Yes.
that wrestling is so freaking awesome again, which we've never lost faith in it, but
Yeah.
everyone should, this is great time, booming time. And that's why everybody's asking me, well, are you on your way out? Well, I mean, so, but wrestling, this is the boom time, man. This is it. They're doing it's happening again, and it's happening. Oh my God, it's really happening. It's happening with
Yeah.
you know, uh, all the stuff about Vince McMahon, everybody.
Oh, think we lost my man again. But like you said, there's a boom that's out there right now. There's a boom that's very much going on right
Yeah,
now, and it's great to see. It's great to be a part of, and be able to see everything that's happening. People that I'm on, people that I work with, that I get a chance to see and do shows with, are now getting bigger opportunities. Like I said earlier in the show, congratulations to Lord Crew for going out there and doing that tournament at All Japan and All Japan Wrestling. But like Sam said, it's a big boom that's going on right now, and that big boom is going to create opportunities for you guys, because I know a lot of you listeners out there are independent wrestlers and aspiring to try to get out there and move around and really move into the deep waters. That's why you have guys like Sam here that is going to help you navigate, because once you get in those deep waters, it gets very different. But it is an exciting time for everybody involved in the pro wrestling business, whether you're a fan
yeah.
or if you're on the other side of the guardrail.
And the thing about that is, it's like this isn't the business for being sensitive. Don't get in your feelings.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
tough. It's tough. I've talked a lot about mental health in pro wrestling. I've talked a lot about emotional stability in independent wrestling. I've spoken very, very, very openly about how things just sometimes just don't go right in pro wrestling. But you've
Yeah.
got to ask yourself the question, like, do I want to make friends or do I want to make money?
Yeah. Yep. Those are the questions that you got
And
to ask yourself, bro.
yeah, it's not easy. This business is, oh God, it's far from easy. It's not easy. But I tell you, man, I have learned so much. I've had my heartbreaks. I've had my disappointments. But man, you learn a lot, and then you learn how to evolve from it. So
Yeah.
this is the time. This is the time to dial in and go. Just dial in and go. So
Yeah. No,
congratulations to Lord Crew, man. Lord Crew, he's a good dude. I've been in the ring with him, and he's out here making it, just making it. You know what I mean? You see a lot
yeah.
of these people that are on the scene. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's disheartening sometimes when you know you've worked your butt off for years, and it's like I never got an opportunity. I can't say that about myself because God has granted me with multiple opportunities, but it's like I
Yeah.
never got the opportunity. Here's the thing: start grinding. Don't.
Yeah, yeah. Don't stop grinding. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving. And it's important. It's important for that. That grind is important. And like I was saying in the In Your House group chat a little bit earlier, talking to the fellas. I was like, we were talking about some things, uh, and we were talking about how you got to fall in love with the journey and how important that is. How important falling in love with the journey is. And I think that if you just enjoy the journey, fall in love with that journey, you'll get to that destination a lot quicker than what you think. I really do. I really honestly do. And it's a big thing that people don't look at. They really don't, y'all. And they're like, why have I not gotten to where I want to get to? Why have I not got these goals or whatever. Well, don't focus on it so much, like just take all the small wins, take all those little small wins until you see a big win, and you'll get there. I promise you, you really will. It's a different vibe when you appreciate the small victories and you see those small victories grow into big wins. And I think that's the point that kind of Sam was trying to make.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. See, that's because you know me, so you knew where I was going with it. But
Yeah.
no, honestly, there's small things that you can do to move you into the direction that you need to go into. Like I chased the bag for years, and then I took on a manager who helped my trajectory. And we never knew that it was going to happen the way it happened, but it happened, and I'm glad it happened. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then on to Destination 6, where I really got in my bag as a performer.
Oh man, some of your best work, honestly.
Because I had a place to hone my skill and to teach myself how to not be the same guy I was everywhere else and be somebody completely different. Now I'm ready to take that act other places. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
man.
yeah, man.
I'm excited. I'm really excited for everything that you got moving, and we're definitely going to talk more about what you got going on. But I want to get back to this. I want to get back to this Monday Night Raw real quick while I still have you.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
We're seeing the progression of a lot of different stories here. One thing I wanted to talk about, one thing that I was excited about myself, is the announcement that came from Adam Pearce, the general manager of Raw, and Nick Aldis, the general manager of SmackDown, about a 6-pack challenge ladder match. And this is going to be for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. So Judgment Day, of course, is involved. Next week, we're going to be starting qualifying matches to see who can qualify for this ladder match. Now, I know we come from a time where we saw the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys for the tag team champions and a TLC match. So I was super excited because the ladder match is my favorite match stipulation. When I'm not sure if you heard about it when you were watching and catching up stuff last night, but what do you think about this match, man? Because me personally, I'm super excited for it.
So I'm an awesome truth guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My man, R-Truth. People over there, what's up? That's my guy right there. Over there, what's up?
He's great.
That's my guy.
He's so great.
But I'm also huge on Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Yes,
and there's a lot of great team. You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that though. WWE's announcement of their 6-pack challenge to me feels like AEW's announcement of their tag team tournament.
Yeah.
And right now we're in the age of tournaments.
Yes, dog. So, you are not lying. Tournaments are hot right now.
So you're getting great wrestling in multi-man matches. But if I'm excited about the 6-pack challenge deal, like you mentioned some teams from our day. Listen, to me, you can't talk about a team unless you talk about the APA.
Oh man,
you
love it.
Can't talk about a team. You can't talk about a team unless you talk about the makeshift team of Chris Benoit and Chris.
Oh my gosh!
You can't talk about a team unless you talk about the Hurricane and Rosie. I don't take that. To me, when you talk about 6-pack challenge, man, challenge, it reminds me of the Armageddon 6-pack challenge for the WWE, then WWF Heavyweight Championship with Kurt Angle was heavyweight champion. The Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see if they're going to revisit a lot of those old fields. Because here's the thing, man. Fox in charge. Those are the Attitude Era staples.
Yeah.
So ain't no telling what we about to get at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is gonna feel like let's keep it a stack. Has WrestleMania felt very WrestleMania to you in the past couple of years?
No.
No,
But this year,
it doesn't
but
feel
this
like
year,
WrestleMania. Oh, yeah, this year. Oh, it feels like WrestleMania.
there's that electricity in the air, right?
Yeah, because of the Rock. The Rock. because the Rock is there. The Rock is there.
The Rock.
Electric, if you smell it. But the Rock. But you know what I mean? Like it feels very WrestleMania like. It feels like we're getting ready to see some major good wrestling.
Yeah. I'm excited. Hype says he thought last year was amazing, and I agree with you, bro. Last year was amazing. But
Yeah.
we were more talking about like the road to WrestleMania, that
The feel.
electricity, the feel, exactly like that. That's exactly. I don't think like I can't think of like a terrible WrestleMania. Like the show's always
I can't.
good. The show's always good, but like
it's the
that
road to
feeling,
the lead up.
exactly. You feel that electricity.
Let me use this example. So Royal Rumble 99 was one of my favorite Royal Rumbles because The Rock beat Mankind for the WWF Championship. And that's when I fell in love with the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, lock stock, eyebrow cock, people champ The Rock. I'm sorry, you can tell I'm a mark. Anyways, I fell in love with The Rock, but it's also the pay-per-view that Austin had a $100,000 bounty on his head going into that match. And Vince McMahon did everything he could to make sure that Austin could not win the Royal Rumble. And when Austin lost, you didn't know what the main event was going to look like because Vince was going to face The Rock at WrestleMania 15. And so the build up to the Rumble, when it was, even the promo packages and all that stuff, I was just like, oh shit, this is about to be heat. And then Austin goes on to WrestleMania 15 and faces The Rock in Philly. This was in Philadelphia because Boyz II Men sang the national anthem. Go figure. And The Rock and Austin, they bam, 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 and then Mick Foley helps Austin win the title, and boom, you got a new WWF champion. It was like the feel, the build up, the music, it all, just like WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
And we use this for Me versus Kendall. The My Way song, Limp Bizkit's My Way.
Yes.
Like just one, and it was like, yeah, boom, boom. It's like I'm like, oh, like when that song comes on when I'm working out, all I remember is the sit down interview between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin with Jim Ross. And Rock looked at him and was like, I will do everything I can to beat you for the WWE Championship because the WWE Championship is mine, yada yada yada. And Austin says, I have to beat you, Rock. I have to. And then he's like, and it ends with all due respect. I'm like, damn, like these mugs about to go. Yeah. Like you knew they were gonna go. You knew they were gonna go.
Listen, I got a question for you. Well, I got a question.
Yeah.
What is what is the better professional wrestling hype up song? Limp Bizkit, My Way, or My Sacrifice?
Oh, My Way, hands down.
Okay.
Hands down. My sacrifice is that.
What do y'all think? My Sacrifice or My Way? I just wanted to ask.
My sacrifice is that WWF Desire video where they're showing you like the injuries and them killing. Hello, my friend, we meet again. Yeah. Like it's been a while. Where should we begin? And, and you see them, they're holding their injury. They're like, when you are with me, you know what I mean? But My Way, My Way is that boo, boo, boo. And you're like, just one more night. And you're like, oh shit. And it's a build up. It's a build up. And then when Fred Durst is like, yeah, you're like, oh shit, they want to go. Like, like I remember watching that video and it's like punch, stunner here, rock bottom here. I remember the scene that gets me the most. And if you're any kind of wrestling fan and this didn't touch you, pack your boots up, turn the TV off. when Rock and Austin were in the middle of the ring and they both had beers in their hand. You see Austin hand Rock a beer and don't even look at him. He goes, take this. Rock's like, all right, I'll take your beer. And Austin's like, smack out. And the beer spills on Rock, right? And then Rock looks at him, smack out. And he does it. And then they fight. It was like, no words. I'm getting excited because I remember the kid in me was on the edge of my seat, like, oh my God. Like, this is, we've seen Rock and Austin, but that incarnation of Rock and Austin was my freaking childhood. That was pro wrestling. I got goosebumps even thinking about it, like Rock does when he comes out. I got goosebumps thinking about that. That's the buildup between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns now is exactly that. Last year, we didn't get them touching each other. Last year, you saw this slow build. This year, it's a lot riding on it. There's so much riding on it. Cody said it last night. He said it last night. He's like, we've been here before.
Yep.
He said, I can't tell you that, maybe I'll beat Roman. Oh, I have to. If not, you've lost all stock in me.
It's that sense of urgency, right?
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency. That's like you telling one of your kids, do that again, I'm gonna smack you, and you don't smack them. When they do it again, now they don't believe you.
Yep.
How? In the words of Kevin Hart, punk ass Eddie, you ain't gonna do nothing. How can I believe you?
Yep. It's true, man. It's true. We got hype here. He said they should have used Usher's "My Way" for Edge and Matt Hardy.
When I say goes,
I'm in control.
Don't check me. It was your girl who let me spear. That's funny. Hey, hype, I gotta give you that. That popped me. I gotta give you that one.
He's wild. I love it, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there are so many dynamics to a great wrestling product.
Yeah.
Which this is where the brain comes from, the thinking. There are people who know wrestling and people who know entertainment, and then there's people that know both.
Yep.
You want to be successful, you have to know both. With business, you have to know business.
Yep.
And so, if I want to sell you on a main event, I'm going to sell you on that son of a gun with my two main characters, my story, and how I tell you how that story unfolded, how I present that story to you. And WWE has always been great with how they present the story to you. Always.
Oh yeah.
The one reason why I wanted to get signed. The one reason why I wanted to get signed by WWE was because I wanted a video package. I wanted somebody to make a video package of me in a feud with somebody and it to air on television. I don't need that anymore because we did it at D6. When I watch some of these highlight videos we've done, when I watch some of the stuff that we've done in the last year or so, I'm like, damn, dude, like, I don't need that contract. I can go back and watch this again at home. I can take DVDs out of it. Like, it's kind of cool. It's a cool feeling when you watch yourself back and watch yourself in a dynamic that you never thought you would be in at that time in your life.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, man. I'm grateful, for those opportunities. I'm grateful for those moments. So.
Absolutely, man. So, like, going back here to Monday Night Raw, because we was talking a little bit about the ladder match and how fun that can be, and all the memories started flowing from that. There was a little weird moment there from Monday Night Raw where Candice LeRae had hopped into Maxine Dupree's face. I'm not sure if you saw this, but
I heard about it.
Yeah, it was just weird because she was talking about how she's an embarrassment, how she's a joke, and if you think people on the internet think you're a joke, then you should see how the girls in the backstage area talk about you. And then she talks about her dead brother. And I'm just like, this is so, it just felt so weird and random. And I know they've been kind of doing a thing with Candice LeRae where her and Indy are talking to each other and like, well, we can't be nice anymore. If we want to get to those women's tag team championships, we can't be nice. But I just thought that was weird and random. From your standpoint, as far as being a booker or whatever, what do you think the thinking was there, and what were your thoughts on it?
They needed something to make those girls relevant even more than what they already are.
Right.
You know, Adam Pearce presented them the opportunity to compete for the women's tag team championships in Perth. And that was a breaking news type thing from Instagram to Facebook, all over social media. They got the opportunity. They lost to the Kabuki Warriors, after which they both, you know, you talk about the girls in the Rumble.
Yeah.
And how, hold on. You talk about the girls in the Rumble and how I think Indy eliminated Candice, right? I
think it went something like that, but I can't remember exactly way back when. With as far as the women's Rumble goes, I always go right to like Bayley and everything she went through.
Right. So I think it was just something I was reading. But with that being said, it's they're telling a story of no more nice girls.
Yeah.
And you know it's coming because we've been waiting for those kind of turns. The girls need something. They need some kind of something to bite into.
A character, you know, some sort of character, no?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's good for them. It's good for them. It's like it's the shot of adrenaline that they've been waiting for.
Yeah, it's gonna be, and for me, I really feel like we'll see the progression of it a little bit more past Mania. Like, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing with like Andrade and his interactions with the Judgment Day. I think we'll see that stuff ramp up past WrestleMania.
I'd like to see him Dominic. I would love to see him and Dominic. Him and Dominic together.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. They've already
because it seems that's what I'm saying. It seems like that's what they're inching towards with those two kind of interacting with each other, which could be really, really good, you know, for them, you know. But what do you do? Because Dominic's so hated. You don't put Andrade in his team. Let him feud. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Oh, they'd have great matches for sure.
Let them cook. You know, say or Andrade and Santos Escobar. Let them cook.
That'd be good too. Yeah, that'd be really great too. Man, a lot of stuff going on in the WWE, and of course we love what we see there in the WWE, and a lot of great work. Like I said, we talked a lot about it, and I think we kind of hit like a lot of the core stuff, honestly. But one thing that I was also seeing that came up was that absolutely. Oh, we have I see here we have Asylum Wrestling Revolution here on IG. They're saying, who's these guys? And it's like he's seen Justin Kyle return to AWR. Maybe time for Sam Knight to return with the director. So hey, who knows? That's something that could possibly that's something that could possibly happen if that's something that you're down for. I know
listen, if you build it, we will come.
Yes.
and I'll say this openly on this show. Justin Kyle, we have unfinished business. And I've been saying this for the longest time. Justin Kyle, we've got unfinished business. You know, it may be smiling and all that stuff, and Sam Knight's motivational speaking and all that stuff. And that's really who I am as a person. But don't think for a second I've forgotten what you've done to me. You're the big dog. You were the big dog at AWR. You were the big dog at all these other places. And you know what? Honestly, I think it's time that Sam Knight and Justin Kyle do it again. It's time that we get our just due. We get that time one-on-one against each other. I don't care where. I don't care when. So you mentioned Justin Kyle AWR. You know, you bring him back, I'm right there. I'll fight him. Not wrestle. I'll fight him.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make that happen. I was glad to see AWR, and AWR's got a show that is coming up next month. You guys got to check that out. I'm going to get that flyer here in a second in front of me so I can tell you guys about it. But until I get that flyer up, let's talk a little bit about you, Sam. Let's talk a little bit, because I did want to bring up that AEW is next month coming to Indianapolis, and that's in April. And we'll talk. I'll shed a little more light on that as the days come and as we get closer to it. But Sam, with you here and me getting the opportunity to have you on the show, we talked a little bit about your retirement and how you're fine with it and everything, man, and how we're in a boom and you're like, hey, I still got things to do, man. Like, what are some things you aspire to do before you hang up the boots and really focus on your life as not Sam not Sam the wrestler, but Ike the human,
So every wrestler wants to win championships. It's to be at the top of a division or a company. It's what you aspire to be. If that's not why you're doing it, what are you doing? So I do want to add a couple more championships to my resume. My goals are to leave this business better than what it was when I walked in back in 2005. I want to bring a different perspective to professional wrestling for the new generation and the old generation. I've been talking about bridging the gap, and that is something that I believe that I've done in my tenure at Destination 6 as I prepare to close that chapter of my career this upcoming weekend. I mentally, I'm looking ahead. I said this to you in confidence and a few other people in confidence before I went to social media about my retirement. And I do that in parentheses because we never really retire. We just walk away. But I'm making the decision to stay gone on an active side for a bit. I want to focus on other things. I have a job that requires me to be focused on that. But with that being said, it's like my thing for me as an individual is I want to teach, I want to build, and I want to help this business progress. You see what I'm saying? And I told you as we were talking about me stepping away, I have reached a point in my career where I know I've done a lot, and I know I've helped a lot of people. So now it's like, let me wrestle these kids, let me wrestle the younger generation, and work with them and help better them and have them help better me. I speak very highly about this individual I'm getting ready to talk about. He was a very big influence in my career, and he didn't even know it. Cole Radrick. Cole Radrick was one of my biggest influences because Cole Radrick would pull me to the side, and say to me, "Hey Sam, work on this. Hey Sam, do this. Hey Sam, do this. Maybe if you look this way instead of looking this way." And Cole is a very intelligent, talented individual, and I'm grateful for him, and I'm grateful for the time that he took to spend with me. And a lot of people, to hear me say that at this point in my career, it probably shocks them. But the Bible talks about being out of the mouth of babes. He's younger than me in the business, and he is excelling and thriving in this business. Why wouldn't I listen to that?
True.
You understand what I'm saying? As a veteran of the sport, I have learned to sun myself, humble myself, and listen to younger individuals in the business who can teach me.
Yes, man. Yes, I
understand?
Yes, I know. I respect it, because that's kind of what I like. And you see it, man. Like, I know with me growing up, there was so many adults that did not want to hear what young people had to say.
Right, right.
There was a lot of people older than me that did not hear what I wanted to say, because I'm older, I'm wiser, I know better than you. I don't care about what you're talking about. But no,
Right.
how do you expect to evolve? How do you expect to stay relevant? How do you expect to grow in this business if you don't know what the younger crowd wants to see or what they like or what they don't like or how to push those buttons? You have to know. And if you don't stay in tune with the younger generation, you will never know. You're going to stay in your own lane and stay what you think works. And that's why you have to keep things fresh by always listening to what works and what doesn't work with the younger generations.
You got to sun yourself, man. You got to
Yep.
sun yourself. It frustrates me when these guys walk in locker rooms. They talk about how they only been in the business. 40 miles and ain't done nothing. Just like it frustrates me when these younger guys walk into locker rooms and they act like they've been everywhere and they haven't. You know, you haven't begun to even touch the tip of what your potential is, but you're allowing yourself to stay stagnant. Let me say stagnant. Reason why I say stay stagnant is because your attitude is what's keeping you in the box.
Yeah.
Look how talented you are. Your attitude is what keeps you in the box. Great athletes come a dime a dozen. It's the people who, there are so many people who are talented, great athletes that don't go nowhere because they have poor attitudes and they don't know how to be coached.
You got to be coachable.
You have to be coachable. Man, I still get coached. In my real job, I'm getting coached.
Yep.
You know,
Yep,
and I've sometimes you don't want to hear constructive criticism. And do you know it's hard as an older wrestler to hear it from the younger generation, especially if they're right?
Yeah.
That's when you have to check yourself and see who you are. If you're not confident within you, you're not going to accept that.
Yep. That's a great point. That is a great
And
point.
I've learned so much from the younger generation, man. And I thank God for it, dude. Seriously. So this, you know, we put out that flyer. I mean that graphic about taking limited dates. I am taking limited dates, because, like I said, my job now requires a lot of my time, family time. You know, traveling, the things that I want to do for me as a person, not as a wrestler. But I am taking limited dates, and my thing is, I want to go places I have not been. I want to wrestle some of the places I haven't wrestled in forever. There are some places you're seeing me pop up at again. New Era popped up again. In talks with a few other places that I used to be at. I mentioned me leaving Destination 6. You know, I've done all there is to do in Macomb, Illinois. We have done everything there is to do. And so now it is time to bid them farewell and wish them the best. But it's time to go forward. And I want them to go forward and be great. And I'm going on record for saying that I want them to go forward and be great because I'm going to go forward and be great. Come on, somebody. Sorry, I had to preach for a second. So I got excited for a second. I had to grab my ear.
Yeah, man.
But yes, man. I say retirement. It's see you guys later. There are some other things in my life now that I'm like, all right, man, we're pushing 40.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. There's just so much that you want to do with your life. And let's face it, like as an athlete, being in your late 30s, yeah, they consider you old. They consider you, they consider you a veteran, and that's all true. But in life, bro, in life, you are not old. In life, you are still young. And there's still so much more to that. And there's so much more that you can give and so much more that you can contribute and do for yourself more than anything else. Do for yourself and see things that you wanted to see. You know, that's something I've learned in my life and learning how to balance my family life and my careers as in my shoot job and in my career in wrestling, so like it's all about balance. And I personally think that I found a good enough balance, at least a good enough balance for me to be able to take care of my family, but also express myself creatively. And I get a chance to do that. And I'm doing it right now with my man, the right hand of God, Sam Knight. We appreciate you guys out there in the household coming through. We're getting a lot of interaction and a lot of people in the chat on X, Twitter, X, whatever it is, whatever you choose to call it. But we got a lot of people up on there. We do appreciate you guys sliding through and coming in and showing so much love to the right hand of God. We're going to be wrapping this one up here pretty soon, just because we both have respective things to do. But But let me ask you a couple more things before we get out of here, man. Like, as far as everything moving, you know, we've got things going with WrestleMania. AEW is, of course, coming to Indianapolis soon. We just saw the retirement of Sting. So if you want to give a few thoughts on that, but also, like, what's your excitement level on this year's WrestleMania? We talked about how there's electricity in the air and how wrestling is booming right now and everything. Monday Night Raw was just last night. Where are you at with WrestleMania? As far as, is this WrestleMania like one of the better WrestleManias you've been excited for? Or, like I've said it on the show before, I'm like, there's been WrestleManias where I'm excited for the build and the show, and then there's WrestleManias where I'm just excited for the show. What's your measure at right now, bro?
So WrestleMania is the Super Bowl. WrestleMania is the World Series. WrestleMania is the place to be. So there's always a feel. You always get excited. It's just like when independent wrestling shows have their big anniversary show. You're always super excited because anything can happen. WrestleMania is a big thing to me because I love this time of year. I love the build. I love the pageantry. I also like WrestleMania because you bring up new stars. You got a list of what happens. This year, I'm excited for both the build and the show itself. Not sure where I'm going to be to watch it. I might be working. But if I'm not working, I will be at the household chilling with you. But I'm super excited about it because I love, number one, I'm big on gear. I like watching people get new gear, so that's a big thing for me. But also, I just can't wait to see what unfolds. And I feel like this bloodline story is not over even after Cody pins Roman.
Still a lot of
I feel like there's more. There's more, and I'm not tired of it. I'm enjoying every bit of it. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about seeing what happens with the women's championship and the women's world heavyweight championship. I'm excited about the tag team titles. I would like to see them change hands. You know, honestly, if I'm being real, I'd like to see every championship change hands on this show.
You know, as strange as it is, and me and my son were just talking about this. We both think this is going to be a WrestleMania where there's going to be a lot of title changes, if not every title changing.
It's time. It's time to out with the old, in with the new. It's time to reset, if you will, and it's time to give wrestling that shock that it needs. And we're getting that with The Rock. We're getting that with the most electrifying man in sports entertainment and all of entertainment. So we're getting that. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Mania is going to be great. That's my opinion.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a good one. I'm really excited for it. I know that you are too. And of course, the household, you guys are excited about it too. Once again, we guys see your interaction on X, on YouTube, on Facebook. It has been great for you guys to be in here, but we got to call this one a really great episode, and that's exactly what we're going to do. But before we slide out of here, I, of course, got to give my man an opportunity to plug anything that he's got moving, any shows he's got coming up. Of course, it's a common courtesy that we do here on In Your Howse. So, man, what do you got moving? Where can they catch Sam Knight next? And what are you doing, bro?
All right, so this upcoming Saturday, March 16th, 2024, Sam Knight will be in the building at Destination 6 in Macomb, Illinois, defending the Destination 6 World Heavyweight Championship against the Infinite Man, Tim, forever. This is, in the words of Michael Jackson, this is it. Win, lose, or draw, this is the last time I will be wrestling in Macomb, Illinois. So my advice, if you have never experienced Destination 6 with Sam Knight there, go get there. Go get your tickets. Get them while they're hot. After that, I have a couple weeks that I'm going to be free with work and everything else. As of right now on the docket, May 18th, I will be in Brazil, Indiana for Signal 10. If you haven't been to a Signal 10 show, it's a grand old time. And I'm looking to get some revenge on Mount Olympus, all day, F Mount Olympus. I'm set through and through. So, all day. So, there's that. Like I said, limited bookings, limited dates, but you know where to find me on the socials: Facebook, Sam Knight, Right Handed God; Instagram, Knight's Honor; uh, X, Knight's Honor 87. You can find me. If you find me, don't hesitate to say hi, say what's up, say what's happening. Uh, and yeah, to promoters, to bookers alike, uh, limited schedule does not mean I'm not open to working for you. So I want to make this end of the road tour one of the greatest things I've done. Um, I don't consider myself to be a very, very important guy on the scene, but I think I've done some things. So let's have some fun. I love each and every one of you. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for almost 20 years of me doing this. And let's start this thing off right, and let's have fun all the way to the end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Having fun. That's what's going to be important during this run. It's a run that I'm definitely going to be a part of as much as I possibly can. And
go get it.
Yes, man. And to be a part of and to keep a close eye as much as I possibly can, because like everything that you've done for me and my career and everything that you've done for so many other people's careers, you definitely deserve your flowers on the way out, no matter what the conclusion is, how it ends, where it ends, wherever it is. You definitely deserve your flowers there, and it's going to be a great moment. And of course, you're always welcome here at In Your Howse to come and talk a little wrestling, bro. You already know the vibe. So once again, bro, thanks for coming on, making the time. Like I said, we were just sitting over here talking. We're like, why don't we just go ahead and record? And I'm glad we did, bro.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you inviting me as always, man. I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. Guys, you already know Hollywood House. I'm out here. And guys, last time you guys saw me, I was over at Emerge Wrestling, and I'll be back at Emerge Wrestling. That's going to be next month for April Reign. That is the 13th of April in Columbus, Indiana. And then, of course, like you just said, Destination 6, When the Dust Settles, this coming Saturday, the 16th in Macomb, Illinois. I would not be in attendance for that one, but if you are in the area or if you're in the surrounding areas, I heavily encourage you guys to go see this great promotion with this great main event that is going to include my man Sam going up against the Infinite Man Tim. They have went up against each other one time before, and it was a great match, and this one is sure to be even better. Another show that is going to be coming up this coming Saturday will be New Era Wrestling Shamrock Shakedown. That's in Shelbyville, Indiana. Once again, another show I will not be in attendance for, but if you are in the Indianapolis, Shelbyville area and you love some great independent wrestling, go check out what they're doing over there at New Era. And then on the 23rd of this month, I will be making my debut at Wrestle Art 16 No Way Out in Indianapolis, Indiana. And there's going to be some great, great talent that you guys need to keep your eye on. Names like Avery Hertz is going to be there. Jordan Dye is going to be there. Josh Crane, Trip Cassidy, Hoodfoot, Zodiac the Mystic. There's going to be so much choice talent. Alice Crowley is going to be there. You don't want to miss this show. And of course, the director will be in the house. The producer will be in the house. The hit maker will be in the house. They're getting all the footage and doing what I do best, and that's contribute to professional wrestling by helping create content. Oh, you got some thoughts there, Sam?
Before I let you go, one thing I'll say to this. Listening to you plug these other shows, independent wrestling world, to all the listeners, to everyone, every member of the household, support independent wrestling, support indie wrestling, also support promotions that promote other promotions, support independent wrestlers who promote wrestling regardless if they're on the flyer or not. I tell you what, we cannot be successful without your help. We can't do this without you. I don't care what wrestlers say to you to pretend like they may be bigger than what they are. We can't do this without your support. So please support independent wrestling and support promotions that promote each other. It's time to stop being selfish. It's time to start looking out for each other. That's all I got. God bless you, man. I love you. I'm out of here.
Love you too, man. God bless you. I couldn't have said it better myself. Guys, as far as me, I told you exactly where I'll be at, where I won't be at. But as far as following me, of course, that's at The Hollywood House. That is on IG, and then Hollywood House on Facebook and X. A lot of great X interaction. Appreciate y'all. You guys, if you guys like this, then I'll keep doing it, keep broadcasting it on X. And then, of course, this podcast here is at In Your Howse. And of course, make sure that you spell my name right. That's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So, guys, really appreciate you guys sliding through. One last thank you to my great guest, that, of course, is the right-handed God, Sam Knight. And guys, you already know the vibes. Hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.